his debut in several top 8 events, but he did stop playing for a while, and now he's kind of going at it again and getting those nice little placings. And we're going to get right off to the match.
Mario and Peach, you know, sometimes you have those kind of like, you know, partner disputes.
Yeah. I mean, the joke has been burned dry, but it's still really funny, obviously, because, you know, a canon couple fighting each other always seems kind of off-putting. But in this particular case, in the Smash Brothers scene, as far as the matchup goes, we're going to be seeing a lot of stray hits. Neither character has super strong combos against the other, because they're both fairly floaty and have really good air mobility in both cases. That being said, Ren does understand how he can control the neutral against Peach, given the experience he has in the matchup. So let's see if PeachIt can adapt and try to come back from this early deficit.
Shouldn't have, like, as long as he stays on top of that, as you were saying, control of the stage, I would say, Peach wouldn't have a lot of trouble, especially those forward airs kill very early.
Yeah.
And as we saw for PeachIt, those flow cancels have been doing a lot of work today, especially using those empty jump scenarios.
Excellent read. That is just what I was going to say. At those higher percentages, Peach's float kind of becomes detrimental to her, because Mario can just call out Peach's floating approach or disengage with those reverse up smashes that have great range and aren't vulnerable to aerial attacks. Well, his head isn't vulnerable to aerial attacks.
It's not exactly like there's a part of this up smash has invulnerability frames.
Yeah.
Not so at that situation you can get the kill, but certain moves after that invulnerability window they can trade, but you still die from it, right?
It's definitely hard to beat the up smash flat out, particularly when you're approaching Mario's head in the way that Peach usually does from the air.
That was a very extensive combo from Mario, like quick percentage, and okay, he waited. He was looking for that air dodge.
I feel like he should have committed to the forward air, but regardless, this is a very nice ledge trap situation, and PeachIt has to make some really quick adjustments if he wants to avoid losing this first match.
I guess he didn't want to blow off that advantage he had, right? He went for the narrow, the much safer option in that sense.
Definitely.
Okay, that is a little, like, landing on that platform when it's coming in can be potentially deadly. Because we were talking about, in this case, when you're coming down from the platform, specifically. This is not a platform that a lot of characters can kind of tilt through and things like that.
Yeah.
But coming down from that platform can actually be very risky, because that movement can throw you off.
And I feel like so far, PeachIt has actually done a pretty good job of getting some straight hits, to the point where that DVC moment could have been extremely close if Ren had slightly higher percentage. Now, obviously,
it would still have confirmed for Ren would have had the game, pretty much because from one end of the stage to the other, right?
Peach was a lot closer to the blast zone, but that was the correct mentality. Usually, when you have some really strong hitting attacks like Peach's forward air, you want them to trade against Mario's weaker hitting aerials so that you can stack up Mario's percentage regardless of the fact that you're both hitting each other.
Yeah, but, you know, let's talk about that combo game again. You were saying how, you know, it could be difficult for these characters to get percentage on them from combos, but we saw Mario get like a quick 40-50% from a sequence from one of the stage to the other.
It's definitely easier for Mario than it is for Peach. Because Mario's combo ability is basically one of the best in the game. He actually gets new combos with Rage, whereas he wouldn't be able to get them in low percents. That being said, that was some great shield pressure by Peach.
Yeah, we're going to get back into that. That shield pressure, not only was it almost a shield break, you know, you're forced to drop shield in that scenario, and he could just respond with a forward air. That was a very good kind of sequence there from PeachIt.
And PeachIt has done his adjustments and does have a slight lead here in the first stock of our second match.
What do you think have been those adjustments in this case?
I feel like he wasn't afraid to go in at the beginning of this game. They played a very neutral, heavy, footsie kind of game at the beginning of the last match, and that does favor Mario's faster aerials that have less lag than Peach's do, unless Peach is floating. That being said, when Peach floats, she puts herself in a bad situation where Mario can hit back airs or up smashes very easily. And so PeachIt made sure to not do those same mistakes and go in this match, just as he did there with the juggle situation.
So we have the dot face, not the stitch face, the dot face.
Oh, dropped it though, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. But yeah, that's the stitch we were talking about. That it has, I believe, the second, like behind the stitch face, it does the second amount of most damage and knockback. So, you know, if he can maintain a juggle game with that, it could have been a lot of damage racked up there on red.
Now, this is actually not the best position for Mario, because whereas Peach could struggle trying to rush Mario down, it is at keeping him out that I feel that she can truly excel. That being said, Ren had a very lovely roll read there and was able to take Peach out with that very high damage, knockback back throw.
And now it's much more close game, right? And it's gonna be kind of like a critical match, right? We've been seeing them go back to Smashville, but as per the rules, we can't go back to the stage we wanted, right?
Yeah.
So after this, we're not going to be seeing the stage. So if PeachIt is able to tie it up, you know, Ren would have a little bit of an advantage going into it with a counter pick choice.
Ren did a very nice job reflecting the turnip as he was trying to recover, and it actually hit Peach and got some percentage in his favor, whereas he would be in a bad position had he been hit by the turnip instead.
A lot of jumps there.
Grabbing him out of the air.
Yeah.
Very nice decision there from PeachIt, trying to get some stage control, unfortunately losing it because of Ren's hit.
That air dodge there was critical there from Ren, and he still took the match.
We just saw a really nice coverage. PeachIt Z dropped the turnip as she was floating, and then was able to fare Mario's normal ledge recovery during those 1 or 2 frames that it is susceptible to being hit in that situation.
I mean, they can still. We'll see. We'll see. What do you think has to be the adaptation for Ren here?
Well, both of these have been really close matches. We actually saw a bit of a juxtaposition of the way the first game ended here in the second one, whereas Peach was the one ledge trapping Mario and had a bit of an advantage. So I'm not expecting a lot of big changes here, as I feel both players know what they need to do at this point. It's going to be a matter of who manages to outread who in the crucial situations and get the best punishes available.
I mean, it's been very back and forth, but PeachIt, you know, trying to keep Mario from landing has been racking up damage, and the first stock as the last game. This stage actually allows for more of those situations potentially. Like, as long as you get launched into the air, it's going to be difficult to come back down. And if you can stay on top of that, the percentage is going to rack up quickly.
That nice little conversion by Mario actually netted him the lead in this interaction. But losing, very nice option, opting to recover high with an aerial, knowing that PeachIt would try to contest this low recovery.
Okay.
Yeah, too high of a percentage to get the 50-50 there. Oh no, PeachIt kind of jumped into that one. Mario's up smash probably one of the better anti-airs in the game. And the just do it mentality that a lot of people have towards that up smash is for that very reason. It's a very nice move, and PeachIt unfortunately jumped into it at the same time that Ren was charging it.
Now, you know, he's trying to get that percentage, trying to keep PeachIt out. And the longer he's able to do that, the better it is for him in the long run.
Precisely. Ooh, try to go for the footstool combo.
Oh, that was it.
Yeah.
Right. I was like,
Mario
wait.
has to reverse cape as he footstools you to cancel his own momentum, and then he can land and do a jab block. But it seems that Peach was just barely able to get out of the situation where she would have been footstooled in that scenario.
Okay, cheeky recovery there from Ren, using that wall jumps to try to mix up what PeachIt could do there to respond.
Yeah, wall jump into the reverse projectile to try to force the contestant of the ledge trap to shield and then be safe himself. Of course, Peach's dash attack is one of her more reliable gap closing kill options and is what netted her the stock there. PeachIt had actually not used it for a really long time, so I'm sure Ren wasn't totally forgot about the move, and he used it exactly when he needed to in a very clutch situation.
We were talking about footstools, and PeachIt was able to get a very small one there in order to get a grab from it.
But definitely optimal in that scenario.
Right, of course.
It's exactly the percentage that he needed to even the game out as he has so far.
Yeah, now that it's coming down to the wire here. This basically is you get into top 8 or you lose.
Exactly.
Like you're out of the tournament.
Ooh, bit of a bad DI there. Made the up air almost take Mario out off the top.
Yeah, here we see Ren's counter pick coming into play. That up air would have killed in Smashville or Town and City.
Exactly. Ooh, nice contest again. Ah, yikes.
He got the frame right before the active frames came out on that up smash.
And I feel that Ren was going for the up smash in that scenario, but he wasn't able to get the reverse up smash before Peach landed with her fair. Seeing as you can do it while you're landing to make it early.
And there he gets it.
What did I say? Just do it! Give him that head smack. Great set. All the sets we've seen in top 16 so far have been